There she goes. Welcome, Spartan Trainers, to your Wednesday-Thursday workout. This workout is Prepmark version 2.0, your last Prepmark. It is going to be a four corners workout. Now, in each and every exercise that you see in the benchmark is in today's workout. They're just slightly different. Today, we're going to have a staggered rotational thruster. Notice how his feet are staggered. They're still hip width, shoulder width apart, but one foot is slightly in front of the other. You drop down into a crouch, and as you do your thruster, you rotate towards the front leg. Notice how he turns to the right. In the first 12 minutes, you're going to see each and every station one time. That means you're going to stay with the right leg each and every time for your first 12 minutes. Now, after 1 minute of doing your staggered rotational thruster, you come right over here, and we're doing deadlifts straight from the ground. Notice how Chuck has two 50-pound sandbags. His back is strong, slight bend in those knees. His heels are where he's pushing through. He hinges from the hips, and he drives it all the way up. Notice how we have optional plates of 35 pounds. That's if you want to go just a little bit lighter. Now, over here, all we're going to be doing is a plank on the physio ball. We're not stirring the pot today, we're just holding that plank. At the end of your benchmark, we are doing a plank. This is to give you a slight variation. Right over here in this next corner, notice how we have the heavier bag. Now the 50-pound sandbag. Given the options here to do the 50 or the 25-pound sandbag, and we are still on that right foot. Right foot forward, turning to that right side. Right here, the next one, we have weighted hamstring curls. Notice how we have sandbags out with these, but they are over the spiders. So same with regular hamstrings. You're going to lay down, hinge those hips, bring them high into the air, squeeze those buttocks, extend those legs. You're going to keep going for that entire minute. With this one, there is a pretty big space between the hamstring curls and the ab slides because you're going to have someone running and jumping right in this area. Make sure there's a big enough, wide enough space for two people to fit in here. Spread it out. Over here on this next spot, we're going to have ab slides, weighted ab slides. Again, sliders underneath the sandbag. You're going to extend it out, hold it back in. With this one, make sure people aren't just dropping those hips. They're actually pulling the belly button in and lifting up their torso as one solid piece. Once you get back to that corner, again, we got the staggered rotational thruster on the right side. Now right here, we're going to give you a variation of a burpee. We're going to have a burpee, but when you jump, turn 180 degrees. Go right back down. One thing I want you to be very aware of is how much impact you're putting into the floor. Try not to pound it as much as Chuck just did. Over here on this next station, we're going to have a weighted get-up. Only give them a 10-pound plate. You take those hands all the way up, and all you're going to do is stand up with that 10-pound plate. If you want to turn it a little bit, that's all right, but we want you to go right back down. Once a minute turns up, you're going right back to that corner. More staggered rotational thruster on the right side. And that brings us to our last two stations. We're going to do some lateral bounding. So that means we're going to bound that way. Notice how he drops down, uses his arms, lands with his arms, drag yourself into the air. Once you get all the way down, you jump all the way back. And then our last station, you're just going to be doing sprints. Run all the way down. Notice the spots right there. That's when he has space in between those two mats. That is your Wednesday-Thursday workout. That's your Prepmark version 2.0. I'm Ryan. That's Chuck. And we are Spartan.